This is my hothouse interview. My names are Edward Kawesi, the headmaster at Lutengo United Secondary School. I want to talk about girls' sustainability in school, which is a major problem in many of our schools in the country. The problem is the homes where these children come from are poor. In some of them it's a meal a day if they are lucky, or a cup of tea if it's not water for a night. Then when they come to school, the school has its own busy schedule, mindless of whether you had supper or you didn't, you have to go through it. And what happens in such a situation is, if the children can't be given lunch at school, they may go back to have their cup of tea for another day. And when we have to do this one, of course it is a cost to the school, but we are trying to ask everybody to bring in the little they can. Some contribute in kind, a few contribute in the money. And of course there's the guilt trip. If these children don't have lunch, why do we insist on lunch? Because when you miss lunch, it means you have poor afternoon lessons. And therefore, the importance of education is affected. Two, as they walk home, there are few people on the way with a few coins that could give them something and entice them into acts that otherwise they should not have performed. That's how we get some of these girls getting pregnant just for a few pennies that they are given on the way. Then, of course, when you reach home and you didn't have a good meal, inevitably you are uncomfortable, you have to work, then there's the illness that comes off, and eventually many abandon school. And that's why sometimes we find that people start the first year at secondary school in big numbers. By the time they're in the fourth year, the O-level year, you have almost a quarter of what you started with. It's because of lack of meals at school. Please, let's ensure that our children get meals at school.